They called her a janitor, then froze when she took the podium at the DOJ. It starts in a government building in D.C. early morning, the smell of old coffee and bureaucracy thick in the air. A black woman, 50s, quiet but purposeful, walks through the side employee entrance of the Department of Justice. She's wearing gray coveralls, a name patch stitched across the chest. Gloria! Her hair's pulled back under a scarf, her steps sure but not loud. A cart full of cleaning supplies rolls in front of her. She's been cleaning this building for 19 years. Nobody knows her full name. Nobody asks. They nod at her when she empties the trash. They don't see her when she wipes fingerprints from the glass walls. Until one day, one Tuesday to be exact, everything changes. Because on that Tuesday, they humiliate her in front of a crowd. And what they don't realize is that Gloria isn't just a janitor. She's something else entirely. Something none of them saw coming. And what happens next? Let's just say DC has never seen a reckoning quite like this one. Stay tuned. This isn't just a story. It's a shift. And hey, drop where you're watching from and how this makes you feel in the comments. It was 7:42 a.m. when Gloria Jackson pushed her cleaning cart across the marble floors of the DOJ's 5th floor. Her route never changed. Cubicles, bathrooms, conference rooms, clean, polish, repeat. She didn't mind. She liked the routine. She paused by the executive conference room. Big meeting today. She could tell. Press presence. The sound of fast footsteps. She started wiping the glass doors. "Ma'am?" a man's voice barked. She turned. 2 security guards, both in suits, both white, both glaring. "You're not supposed to be here right now. This is a restricted area." "I clean this floor every morning," she said calmly. The shorter one sneered. "I said this area is restricted. Move." "I'm just doing my job." "You want to keep that job?" he said, stepping closer. That's when the tall one grabbed her arm. Rough. Unnecessary. "Let's go," he said. Before she could protest, he yanked the cleaning badge off her shirt. The cart tipped sideways. Disinfectant spilled. The moment stretched. Staff watched. No one said a word. As they dragged her down the hall, someone laughed. "I swear, every week it's another one of them pushing limits," someone muttered. Her scarf came loose. Her bun unraveled. She didn't fight, didn't scream, didn't say who she was. But as they shoved her toward the elevator, someone took a picture. That part mattered. 20 minutes later, the auditorium on the lower level filled fast. Cameras lined the back. Suits everywhere. A senior DOJ official tapped his mic. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Our keynote speaker will be joining us shortly." The screen behind him flickered. Keynote, G.N. Jackson, Civil Rights Impact and Government Accountability. A few heads turned. Who the hell was G.N. Jackson? The guards who had just escorted Gloria off the floor stood in the back now, arms crossed. That's when the double doors swung open. Footsteps echoed, and Gloria walked in. Not in coveralls. In a tailored black blazer, heels clicking. Her scarf was gone, replaced with tight silver coils, polished and proud. She walked past the guards. Didn't blink. The official on stage stared. "Ms. Jackson?" he stammered. She nodded once. "Apologies, we weren't, expecting you." "You were expecting G.N. Jackson," she said, stepping up to the podium. And then she faced the crowd. "I go by Gloria," she said. "But for the last 19 years, none of you ever asked." Silence. You could hear a pen drop. She tapped the microphone. "My name is Gloria Nadine Jackson. I hold a doctorate in constitutional law from Howard University. I worked as a legal strategist in civil rights policy for over a decade. I walked away from that world, not because I lacked the qualifications, but because the system made it clear that women like me don't get to both speak and be heard." A breath. So I came here, to the heart of federal justice, as a janitor. Gasps rippled. But I never stopped watching, never stopped listening, never stopped documenting. She paused. I saw what you do when you think no one's watching. The security guards froze. They realized. She wasn't just the woman they shoved. She was the woman who had access, records, files, receipts. In 2018, I witnessed an assistant DA delete evidence from a protest case folder. In 2021, I overheard two officials discussing ways to suppress a whistleblower report. I have logs, audio, transcripts. The senior official looked panicked now. He reached for his phone. Don't bother, she said, eyes on him. I've already submitted everything to the Inspector General. The room swelled with tension. I didn't come here today to beg for a seat at your table. I came to flip it over. The back doors burst open. A camera crew rushed in. It was live now. All of it. Gloria adjusted the mic. And if you're wondering what brought this to light, it wasn't a file or a report. It was you. She turned slowly toward the guards. You grabbed me this morning. You stripped me of my dignity in front of your peers. Because you thought I didn't matter. Because I was wearing coveralls and not credentials. They didn't speak. They couldn't. And now, I ask this building, this department, how many others like me have you ignored? Silenced? Humiliated? A woman in the third row began to cry. A young black intern near the back stood, fists clenched. Gloria reached under the podium and pulled out a folder. This is a 142-page civil rights accountability proposal. It includes whistleblower protections, bias training, misconduct transparency, and a full review of all internal complaints over the past 15 years. She raised it high. I call it the Jackson Protocol. A beat. Then the room erupted. Not in applause, in movement. Phones dialing, lawyers whispering, reporters scrambling. The guards were escorted out, quietly, quickly. And Gloria? She stepped down from the podium and walked out, head held high. Her cart waited for her in the hallway. She didn't touch it. Not that day. Because that day, she wasn't the one cleaning up. She was the one tearing the mess wide open. 3 months later, the Jackson Protocol passed internal vote. 6 months later, she was appointed as a senior federal civil rights investigator, and went a year to the day. After she'd been dragged down that hallway, she returned to the DOJ, this time leading a training for every incoming officer, staffer, and executive. She opened with this line, I used to wipe fingerprints off your glass walls. Now I'm here to make sure your hands are clean. And from the back of the room, an intern whispered to another, she used to clean this place. Now she owns every inch of it. If this story moved you, share it. Let the world know that power doesn't always wear a suit. Sometimes it pushes a mop cart until it picks up a mic.